Saint John Paul II, a human rights activist, the lover of the poor, and a pope we can truly say lived his life for others. He was born on the 18th of May 1920 in Wadowice, southern Poland, with his original name being Karol Józef Wojtyła. During his childhood and young adolescent years, he experienced deep tragedies which deeply affected his life later. At the age of 8-9, his mother Emilia died, and 3 years after, his brother Edmund died. His sister Olga died in 1916 before he was even born. When he moved to Krakow with his father to study, the Nazis occupied Poland and World War II had just begun. To avoid deportation, he worked in a limestone quarry and came back home one day to realize his father had passed away. He was now left alone with no parents and no siblings. All these events that had happened in the first 22 years of his life deeply affected young Karol. But he felt a calling that God wanted him, so he didn't give up and went on to study in the Krakow Cemetery and became priest on the 1st of November 1946. Karol then became Bishop of Krakow on September 28, 1958, and was later appointed Archbishop of Krakow in January 1964. He was elected to cardinal on June 26, 1967 by Pope Paul VI.
Habemus Papam!
Karol Wojtyła was elected and became John Paul II on October 16, 1978. He was the first non-Italian pope in 455 years. People would later realize that he would be the most significant pope we yet had. Pope John Paul II helped the fall of communism. This is perhaps the most significant part of his legacy. His visit to his homeland ignited the Solidarity movement. His message, "Don't be afraid," gave Polish the moral courage to oppose the Soviet-backed regime. He was a great communicator. He transformed the role of the Pope from a prisoner of the Vatican into a world traveler visiting 129 countries to meet people on their own soil, with a message for each place he visited. He was the first Pope to visit the Great Synagogue and the first to enter a mosque. He focused on youth. He was the one that started World Youth Day, teaching and having fun with young people while also showing them what they are expected to do as Catholics. He loved children and always cared for them. On May 13, 1981, he was shot in St. Peter's Square, but luckily survived. He visited his assassin in prison to forgive him personally, teaching people what it means to truly forgive. His struggle with Parkinson's disease showed the world a gospel of suffering. He suffered greatly in his life, from the loss of his family to the assassination attack and to the Parkinson's disease, and yet still dedicated his whole life to his faith and the Catholic Church, showing people how to love, care, and truly to dedicate yourself to God. He died on the 2nd of April 2005 at 9:37 p.m. at the age of 84 in the Vatican. His funeral was held on April 8 in St. Peter's Square. It was the largest gathering of Christians faithful in history. An estimate of 3 to 4 million traveled to Rome and 2 billion watched globally, which shows what an historical person he was. He became Saint John Paul II on the 27th of April 2014 when he was canonized by Pope Francis.